I'm Bob Hill, owner of Hidden Hill Nursery and Sculpture Garden here in Utica, Indiana. I'd like to welcome you to our nursery. My wife and I have spent 30 years creating this place out of pasture. It's 8 acres of sculpture and art and whimsy and unusual plants for sale. We have the Bluegrass Festival in the fall. We have jazz in the garden in July. We fly kites in the spring. Just a year-round opportunity to people to come out here and buy plants, wander the 8 acres, see the fountains, see the ponds, and just enjoy other people who like to be out in nature, and also walk through our pasture door from time to time. So it's a fun place to be. We're only 8 miles from downtown Louisville, about 15 minutes. Easy to get here, and then once you get here, it's easy to stay for quite a while too. So we're going to walk around the garden a little bit, and I'll show you what's here and why you should come out and join us sometime. This is our perennial house. We have literally thousands of perennials for sale here, and we'll walk through a little bit and we'll show you just a sample of what you can find here at Hidden Hill. These, of course, are Coreopsis, beautiful yellow flower with kind of the burgundy centers on them. Very nice plant. These will be the yellow baptisias. They have beautiful yellow flowers, and they're called bean pods on there. They'll be rattle beans, and when these things mature, the beans will dry up, and you can rattle the beans. It's just kind of fun to do. It's very nice for using in vases inside the house. That kind of decoration. More Coreopsis. Isn't that beautiful? Light and airy kind of flower you get here at Hidden Hill. Over here are the phlox. Look at those pink phlox over here. Very nice plants. All of them in full 1 gallon size. So don't use cheetah gallons. Everything at Hidden Hill is a full 1 gallon plant. This is variegated phlox. It's got the green leaf with the yellow edges on it. And then further back here, this is Amsonia. It's got a real pretty blue flower in the spring. It turns a golden yellow in the fall. And then of course we've got different euphorbias and plants that do very well in hot, dry areas in late summer. Over here are the sedums. These will all have beautiful pink flowers. Later on in the year, when it's August, September, nothing else is blooming, all these sedums will have beautiful pink. The neon, the Joseph Preach, and of course the one called Lycodents. Lycodents. It's an interesting plant. It's kind of baby blue and has a beautiful pink flower on it. So all this stuff you can get at Hidden Hill. People always want something easy to grow in the summertime. Nothing's easier than daylilies. We have a wide variety here. There's 4 or 5 different kinds. We have many others throughout the place. It's easy to grow. It's affordable. It's back every year and it spreads. It's a perfect perennial plant. Anybody is trying to get a wide diversity of properties in their garden. This, of course, is our shade house. All the plants in here do very well in the shade. So if you have a shady area under a tree, on the west side of the house where the sun sets behind it, those kind of things. All these plants will lighten up the shade, give you flowers, give you fall color, all the things you most want in the garden. Every bit of it's easy to grow. Hidden Hill has hundreds of these plants also. This is what we call Janet's garden. It's named for my wife, of course, Janet Hill. It's the only sane and logical place on our 8 acres. We've got this beautiful fountain here behind us and a lot of benches, a lot of historical stuff. We have an 1865 window back here that came from the quadrangle in Jeffersonville. These plants are growing in planters over here that came from the Bourbon stockyards in Louisville. So there's a lot of history mixed in here with the current stuff too. It makes it more fun to visit. Everybody likes butterfly gardens and likes having butterflies around, and what could be better in there than having a chair you can sit on it looks like a butterfly. So I'm out here in midsummer, you'll be surrounded by butterflies, and the Venus bonariensis, you enjoy that, the phlox, the daisies, the black and blue salvias. All these plants are butterfly magnets. You sit here and be the king of the butterflies, and they'll flutter around all over the place. It's really a lot of fun, and you're welcome to come sit here and join the butterflies with us. Hi, this is my favorite place in the garden right here. It's a double pond. I've got goldfish in here and running water. We're actually open from the first week in April until the middle of October. We have all sorts of events here. We have yoga out here in the shade of this. We have wildflowers. We have water. There's a swing over here. You can come sit and enjoy this place. all sorts of just quiet areas where you can come out here and just be at peace with yourself and really enjoy what Hidden Hill is all about. This is part of the folk art we have out here. A man named Jerry Boyles made this for us. Jerry lives over near Elizabeth, Indiana. He lives in a little farmhouse out there and just does a lot of work around his farmhouse and the fields around his farmhouse. This is Watering Can Man. It's made out of watering cans that came from Germany, olive grates that came from the Mideast. So Jerry took these pieces and he made this Watering Can Man. He's done 3 or 4 other things for us like this. It's just kind of fun to walk around on 8 acres and see things like this. And there's no charge. It's free to come into Hidden Hill. We'd like you to buy some plants. Of course, we have thousands of them for sale. Usually hard to find plants, but if you just want to come and enjoy yourself, that's fine too. This is one of the many pieces of art we have out here at Hidden Hill. A woman named Karen Cunningham did this. She teaches art at Bellarmine University in Louisville, and she's been with us for a long time. We saw quite a bit of her art. She just takes these stones and carves them into people and animate objects that somehow will talk to you and make sense. Even though they're made of stone, every time you look at them, they have something to tell you. So that's part of the fun of being out here. We get a lot of kids out here too. This behind me is Thomas the Tank Engine. He's one of 2 different trains we have out here. It's called G-scale or garden scale trains. And Thomas goes around the track here on a higher route, and below it is another train. It's like a freight train. It goes around 150 feet. It goes by gas stations and windmills. There's even a White Castle back in here. We have people climbing cliffs back here. It's like a real world when it's in a miniature for garden lovers and train lovers both. So we get kids of all ages and sizes out here at this place, and they just love it. This is a sample of what we sell here at Hidden Hill, all displayed in this wonderful old wagon. These are, of course, daisies, beautiful white with gold centers. These are coreopsis, the gold flowers that go bloom most of the summer. This is called gay feather, Liatris, and a more upright plant. It's really nice to have this mixture in the yard. Over here are some phlox, and of course there's the yarrow, which is a really tough plant that likes hot, dry weather. So all these will bloom almost all the summer. So it's a great plant to have throughout the summer. Hidden Hill is all kinds of stuff. This is a small sample of the stuff we sell at Hidden Hill on the art side. This is hand-painted ceramics we have. These are, of course, from Mexico. These items here, these ceramic dishes and bowls and so forth, are done by local artists from Louisville and Southern Indiana. We have a real mix of interesting things. These stumps themselves came from a friend of mine. They make really nice tables and chairs and so forth. So if you want some interesting garden-related pottery or art, anything like that, Hidden Hill's got it. Just to show you we spared no expense, these wind chimes came from Peru. We visited Peru a couple of years ago and brought them back with us to kind of share those with friends here at Hidden Hill. They got a beautiful little sound, tinkle in the wind, and it's just kind of fun to have. Imagine that in your yard. There's a gentle wind blowing through it. It's really nice. This is one of the many shade gardens at Hidden Hill. This, of course, is full of hostas and ornamental grasses and more statuary and art and so forth. It's just nice and quiet in here. You come in here underneath a ginkgo tree and a leafing green beech and a mulberry tree. You can just stay here and sit on one of our stone benches and just be by yourself and kind of peace with the world out here. So it's a unique situation, one of the many on our 8 acres we just like to talk about, and want you to come out and join us. If you want more information about Hidden Hill, we have a really nice website. Go to hiddenhillnursery.com. That's hiddenhillnursery.com. We send out weekly emailings to about 3,000 people of the events here, the many things we do. We'd like to have you join us. So go to the website and we'll sign you up.